see how this works. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so obviously I'm changing to a grubby t-shirt and some booty shorts. The henna can be messy sometimes, so I'm gonna do it now. Let's see how the video works. Headache is still pretty bad. I put lavender oil and a little bit of tea tree oil in the henna. What I used for the henna, I'll show you what I used for the henna. I used about 1/3 of a box of the henna powder, which is just a ground leaf. And then, it's the nice thing about living by myself, I can put the toilet seat down. So, I used that. And I used some of this. I mainly started using the amla with the henna because I heard it will help preserve like the waves that curl. You know, it does somewhat, but the henna does act as a little bit of a straightening agent. Normally my hair is wavier than this, but the color kind of takes that. So I put about 2 tablespoons of this in each batch of henna, approximately 5 to 6 ounces of dry henna, and I put it in my Pyrex. I add a 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar. This time around, I made some very strong black tea. I put about a cup of that and the juice of 1 lemon in there, and I just let it sit for a couple of hours. This has been going for 7 hours, so I need to get it on. Now I have different things in the box here. Shower caps. I get this in the ethnic hair care section at work. They're a lot cheaper that way. And you get like a 20 for $1. And I use 2 every time I do my hair. This is a typical henna that I get from the import store. And then it's got the Arabic on the other side, but she's got red hair and it says red henna. So I know it's what I want. The ones that are like the colored hennas have other ingredients in there. Now that may be okay for you, but I am not looking for that. So I'm trying to do something, you know, close to what God made, although it's an unnatural color. And then when I'm done, I'm going to wrap my hair up with this plastic cling wrap also. So, and this, I'm going to try to do the whole thing as a video. So, now, one good thing is your disposable gloves. You always want the disposable gloves. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get my Vaseline and do the hairline because it leaks after I put it on. And I have made it pretty thick. I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's like those shakes they have on TV. Yeah, the Dairy Queen shakes. But, yeah, so I'm just, the trick is to, I might have to take the glasses off. The trick is to just get the skin and not the hair area because I want the hair to be colored. I just don't want a brown face. That might be a little hard to explain to people. Okay, I like to get it in front of the ear too. All right. Okay, that's good. So, I have a towel here. Well, it's wet, but it'll work. Okay, so I'm going to put you on the doorknob. Okay, and close you up. Now, what I'm aiming for is just to get the gray area, just the roots in the front and on the part and on the top and front of the head. And then if I have time, like this area right here, the last time I had enough to do the whole head. This time I deliberately made a little less, so we'll see what I end up with. I don't really have a set technique on this, but the gloves are very important. Okay, all right. So, and I have a towel on the floor as well. It's an old towel. And normally I hang like my bathrobes, behind here, you'll notice I got rid of that as well because I don't want to get them stained. And I have a spoon here and the henna. I'm gonna take that out. All right, so I just dig in and I'm just gonna start smooshing it on and see where I end up. It looks a little different than it does normally, maybe because it's a little older. Hopefully it'll still work. Okay. But I'm just trying to push it on. Now there's, you know, fancy techniques you can do. You'll see it online, you know, if you go to like WikiHow or whatever. But this is just a root treatment. So it doesn't have to be elaborate. So and the trick is just to smush it. Just rub my head. Make sure it's down as far as you can, because a couple of times I've done what I thought was a good henna treatment, but I didn't really get the roots, and then they started coming out and it didn't look right. So now I'm pulling it up in the back, and what I'm going to do here is smush from the back, because I always wear my hair up in a ponytail, so I want all this to look okay. And this is kind of be like that song where you meet me in the middle. You know, if there's anything left between the front and the back, I did not do anything on my neck. I should have. Yeah, there's fancy techniques you can do. I'm not doing that. So there's that. There's like a dry spot here. I can feel it. Okay. Let's come around in the front here. Okay. All right. Now we have enough that I can do all of this. So this is pretty much what I did last time. And I didn't really make a lot of henna. This isn't a lot, really. So I'm just gonna like get it all mushed as much as I can. There is a lot of mushing involved. It feels a little dry in like the crown area, so I'm gonna kind of smear that in around. Alrighty. Oh, good. I got everything again this time. So, and remember, I wouldn't do this for a first time application. You know, you would want to do it more like, you know, the one strand at a time. But, oops, this is all mostly dyed. I'm just looking for a root treatment here. But if I can get the whole head, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to try to smooth it. Make sure it looks good. And I've used the whole thing, which is good because I don't like to waste it. And I don't want to really put it in the freezer either. So I'm taking off my gloves. See, the gloves are disgusting. And, alrighty. Oops, I missed. Okay. And then this will be a good indicator too. Yes, it's staining my hand. You see that? Just touching it a minute is staining my hand. That's a very good sign that it's still a good viable henna. So now what I need to do is a second set of gloves. Okay, so the 100 count gloves I think is about $15, and I like using the latex. Ron used to buy me these special when we had the deli. The other girls like the loose one size fits all plastic glove. It was more like putting your hand in a bag with fingers. I liked something more fitted. So he would buy these for me special. And they were my gloves only. So, A lot of people in medical field are like that too. They want like their glove only. Yeah, looks okay. All right, so here comes the fun part. This is always just awful, putting this stuff on. It's not gonna be fancy. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna start in the back, and I'm gonna go around, and I'm just gonna, oop, it got out, okay. So, and I just, it's just a wrapping process. All right, so that's good. All right. It's got a nice tightness in the front, which is what I want. I don't want this to dry out. It's going to be on for hours, 4 hours at least. I'm hoping for 5 or a little longer. And I don't want it drying out. I also have to go down in the back. I think I would need to go around one more time and go down in the back because I don't want it drying out. Because I can't see it, but other people can see it. And yeah, that's nice and low in the back, right about here. And there. Okay, so that's good. And I always end up taking this thing out. So I put it back in the box, so I know where to find it. And I have my plastic shower caps. So the first one I'm going to do more of the front, and the second one I'm going to do more of the back. Okay. So yeah, that's good. I think I might have 3 here. No, just 2. Okay. And then this one is more in the back. And I don't have any on me where I shouldn't. Okay, so I'm going to put the gloves back. I have a little shelf here. I use them for cleaning and stuff too, so they go there. This is my henna box. And I do use the Vaseline sometimes on my hands, so I'm going to leave that. And that's it. Now I just have to wash out that Pyrex.